One of the main reasons why we play Genshin Impact is definitely comes down to the new characters that are going to be coming in the future. In which today we are having a bit of some predicted information, I would say, regarding some of the future characters that are potentially going to be coming in patch 5.8, 6.0, 6.1 and futures as well. But technically some of these characters are the ones that you have been waiting for a long time, as they have already been shown in the game. But before that, we still don't know when they are going to be coming or if they are going to be playable, but now we have a little bit more information on them, so let's have a bit of a fun video discussing and predicting the possible future of these characters. Skirk is going to be finally coming, and I know that many of you are excited for her. So if you're planning to swipe for pooling, then don't forget to check out Loot Bar. If you know me, I've been recommending you guys Loot Bar before, since you can always save almost a 25% on all of your top-ups. With over 100,000 orders and so many good reviews at this point. And by the way, this also applies to PS5 and Xbox user who can place orders through Loot Bar. You can be sure that Loot Bar is trustworthy. Here you can see my order receipts of all of my top-ups that I have done. And for those who are going for the highest package when topping up, there's also a limited discount options available once every version. So guys, be sure to check out Loot Bar through the link in my description, as it can be a great way for you to save your money, especially if you are topping up a large amount. Well, first off, we know that 5.7 we're already having Skirk. Finally, she's going to be coming, a character that has been waiting for at least a year for many of us. And the story surrounding Skirk has always been regarding the Abyss here and there. And while regarding the Abyss as well, there's also another character that many of us has been waiting for an absolutely long time, and I am one of those persons who's been waiting for that amount of time too, and that is Dainsleif. Always got that mysteriousness air with him, and he's an amazing looking character as well. Now, there has been saying that the next Arc Conquest, which is probably going to be Chapter 5 Act 4, Dainsleif will technically make his return. Now, there has been certain leaks, shows a little bit of a placeholder for him in the prior UI, and generally there has been a showing of his character model. Now I can't obviously show this on screen because obviously it's not allowed, but I will have all the things that I've mentioned in this video link in the description below, so you guys actually check it out for yourself. Obviously all of this information aren't official, so take it with a grain of salt, but considering that there has already been character models, we may potentially get to play Dainsleif sooner or later. Hopefully we'll still be able to play him, because while character models doesn't actually mean that you will get to play your characters because of how Signora was, but considering that we've been building up to Dainsleif for a very long time, I'm pretty sure he is going to be a playable character. The only thing is, how long do we have to wait? Now, since for the look of it, we're going to be able to summon Dainsleif onto the field, maybe off-field damage. That means he's probably going to be fighting alongside with Traveler once again. Hopefully this time we may be able to have a sneak peek into his actual combat animation, as from the look of it, it was covered in blue flames. So now Skirk uses cryo, sure, but her effect have a distinctive abyssal glow, and it generally doesn't actually show that she's a cryo character. So is Dainsleif actually hiding something? Will he finally reveal his vision, or like the rumored 8 elements of light or dark element? Now I don't think there's going to be another element being introduced this late into the game, unless Holyverse has a lot more plans into the next 5 to 7 years of content for Genshin Impact, but hopefully we'll get more information on Dainsleif very soon. However, it is a bit of a progression at this point, which is really good. Other than that, we have Mini Durin. Now alright, remember the quirky little quest in Simulanka where we actually met a Mini Durin? Yeah, the one people thought it was a little bit too childish and kind of a filler. While Simulanka is a summer event, but while it turns out to have secretly packed with a major lore. The Simulanka was actually really good story quest. Then Mini Durin was actually a dragon, and not just any dragon. He is tied to the same experiment that created the original Durin that was in Dragon's Spine. And while a bit of a spoiler alert here for those of you who haven't played the newest All Conquest interlude chapter, so you can technically skip to the next part of the video, but while if you guys already played, then yeah, Albedo actually gave our mini Duran kind of like a human form, where he is now this kind of like a misunderstood lonely character who's slowly becoming more involved in the world, which raises a big question regarding whether mini Duran will become playable. While early leaks and prediction kind of are saying yes, we do have a bit of a picture of him, and they're saying possibly in the 6.0 6.1 kind of update, maybe later, though honestly I'm all in for it. A good looking Dragon Ball is always welcome in the party, but does help mix things up in terms of the character cast as well, which is going to be very interesting. But there's another very important character within Mondstadt that we've heard of technically since the very start of the game, yet we haven't got access to any kind of how he or she is going to look, but apparently recently there may have been a change, and that is the Grandmaster Varka himself. Now I'm just going to assume that Varka is going to be he, because well, regardless of the situation, it's still a prediction regardless. But from a look of the post on Reddit, it seems that he's going to be a tall, powerful looking, and honestly maybe gives off an Anemo or Cryo vibe, though with another post having a bit of a sketch toward Varka, it does look really good. Again, these are all speculations, but if it does happen, Varka being like this of a character creations really does fit him of all of the personality of the Grandmaster of the Night of Favonius, in which honestly I am all in for having more information toward Varka, as we've been waiting for it for a very long time. But there's also another character that I know many of us are looking forward to, and I am also myself. She is among the Harbingers, and that is Colombina, the mysterious soft-spoken Fatui Harbinger from the A Winter Night's Lasso trailer that was shown very long back. I think it was at least around 3 years at this point, and trust me, this time around the speculation toward her are absolutely insane. Now she is reportedly to be a 5-star pyro catalyst, but her weapon is actually going to be a harp, which obviously does fit her since she was the character that was singing in the trailer, or technically assumed to be the character who was singing in the trailer. Her design is said to be an angelic and ethereal, and here's where my favorite theories actually comes in, is that she may not actually be human. Now think about it, she could actually be from the same angelic race that the Seelie devolves from, where we also got a lore bomb about this in the Natlin story quest. The Yohokutin, honestly I can't pronounce that, Lord of the Night, literally says that she and other Seelies were one angel. So if you combine that with Colombina design, the harp, and how mysterious she is, that kind of fits, right? She could be our very first angelic characters, and that opens up a huge possibility for Celestia, Seelie, and the real divine force in Teyvat. Prediction also says that her vibe is similar to how Robin from Honkai Star Rail kinda is, calm, graceful, and mysterious, but with power bubbling just under the surface. Honestly, I just love that energy. Other than that, the prediction release window for Colombia is said to be around when Not Cry region is going to be released. Now obviously we don't actually know the release window of Not Cry, but while it is expected to be in the 6 point something version, but hopefully we're going to be getting more official Colombina information real soon. So I think that's all the character information that we've got in the prediction discussion today. I hope the video was enjoyable for you to keep the hype up for some future amazing Genshin character to come. If you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on my future Genshin videos. With that, I wish you a super day, and I'll catch you on my next video.